Welcome back to Falcon Finds. It's Friday today, so it's another sourcing day. Typically Friday is my biggest sourcing day of the week, but today I had a bunch of stuff going on, so I kind of had to speed run. I usually go out into Grand Rapids and hit all 4 Salvation Armies. Today I had to cut that in half. I only had time to do 2 of them, so the haul is a little bit lighter than it normally would be, but I did get to swing by a couple other stores quick and I found a few things. I do want to start doing some video footage while I'm out there, while I'm looking through and finding stuff, because I know people like to watch that. But currently, I don't have any kind of, eyeglasses camera or something I can put on a hat. Something inconspicuous, because I don't like to just walk around with my phone recording. I think it's kind of obnoxious. I guess if I don't find a solution soon-ish, then maybe that's what I'll start doing in the meantime, but for now we'll just do some haul videos. I've got some ideas for some other kind of tips and tricks videos in the near future to kind of mix it up, but we'll go ahead and go through what I found today. So first, and we're gonna have a lot of Levi's because I did find a lot of Levi's today. So at the Salvation Armies, oh, this was not. So this was a small little thrift store I like to go to. They do 50% off tag deals. $5, but it's pink tag, so it's 50% off. It's a pair of Levi's. They're 505s. Pretty good size, 33 by 34. I found this jacket, which I like. I wish it was in my size. But it's a New Balance. It's like a windbreaker style, like a lightweight spring fall jacket. These seem to go for like $25 to $30. This was a purple tag at Salvation Army, so that was only $1. These were also purple tag. These are Liverpool jeans. These are the ankle skinny. They're kind of like the stretch waist jegging style. Usually Liverpool does pretty well for me. They don't sell for a ton, somewhere between $15 to $20. But if I can get them for $1, it makes sense. These are Simply Vera Wang jeans. These sell through pretty quickly for me. I don't know how other people do with them, but I've probably bought 10 pair, and I always get these for $1. And they usually sell for 15 to 20 bucks. And I think I have 1 pair in my store right now, so they sell through pretty well for me. These ones were kind of a miss. It looks like the sell-through rate is around 10 to 15% on these, so not great. If they do sell, they sell for, I don't know, 15 bucks. It's Bongo jeans. It was just a quick pickup because it's purple tag for $1. I saw the branding. It's something I hadn't seen before, and I figured for $1 I'd take a risk, but it'll probably sit for a while. These are cut from the cloth. I was a little upset. These do decent. They're about 20% sell-through rate, 15-20%, and that should pick up here when we get into the fall-winter season. They're purple tag, so they were $1. They are nice jeans. They usually go for somewhere around $20. The Salvation Army that I stopped at last week when I checked, they had about 20 pair of these that were all purple tag. Their purple tag deal starts on Monday, so they go 50% off all week, and then on Friday they go to 5 for 5. So somebody went in and scooped up a lot of them at 50% off. Here's another purple tag, so they were $1. These are Levi's 511, 32 by 34, another good size pair. They're in pretty good shape, so these should do pretty well. Got them for $1. These are Judy Blue. Great find for $1. Judy Blue sells well. They sell for about 25 bucks typically. Anytime I can see Judy Blue and I can get it for $1, I'm picking it up. These are Flying Monkey. These were also $1, part of the purple tag sale. These ones, I think I have 5 or 6 pairs listed in my store, or 5 or 6 pairs that I've listed over the last few months, and I've only sold 1. The sell-through rate looks like it's decent, like north of 20%, but I don't know why I've only sold 1 so far. So, but for $1, it might sit for a little while, but that's probably okay. These I'm kind of excited about. These were also purple tag, so they were only $1. These are Levi's. They are Levi's signature. Which you can see with that labeled there, or if you see this label on the back, which I don't mind. It's okay. I won't pay anything more than $1 if I see the signature, but for $1 I'll pick up almost any of them if they're an okay size and they're in good condition, because they do sell. People still buy them, They just only sell for like the $12 to $16 range. So it's a little bit less, but when you're getting them for $1 after fees and everything, I mean, if you're selling at $13, $14, you're still making around $10 profit. But I just like the pattern. I've never seen this pattern before. So I think it'll be something that sells pretty quickly. Here is a We Came as Romans shirt. This is a band out of Detroit. And I was thinking, because I saw these in there last week, and they were purple tag, and I noticed they were purple tag, and I just thought, okay, I'll go next week and see how many are left, and probably scoop them all up because they're nice band t-shirts, but they're all small or medium size, and they don't sell through that well. So there's maybe 80 of them listed, and 5 have sold. The only reason I grabbed the one is because at Salvation Army, you have to have increments of 5 in order to get the dollar deal. Otherwise, they're still 50% off. So I just threw that in my cart to get to an even number of 5 so I could get the deal. But who knows, it might sell. They go for, I mean, they're brand new. They don't have tags, but they go for like 20 bucks. So maybe it'll sit a little while and I'll get some money out of it. This is Cuba Vera, 100% linen. This is a pretty good brand. It does well for me. This is an XXL, so it's a good size for them. It should go pretty quickly for about 25 bucks. This is a brand that I don't normally buy. Ricky, I'm not sure how you say it. It's right there. But it is brand new with the tags. It is a little wrinkly, so I might toss it in the dryer for a minute. But I like the pattern a lot. The sell-through is okay on them for brand new with tags. I think the pattern will do well for selling it pretty quickly. This is a Christian Dior, which is like a higher end designer brand, more known for purses. But this is a men's polo, and it looked pretty nice. And I looked up the sell-through on these, and they're probably about 40% sell-through. So that should do pretty well. I think like 20, 25 bucks. Nothing crazy. That one was not on sale at all. So that one I paid $3.99 for, but somewhere around 25 bucks, I think. This one also was not on sale. This was $3.99. It's a XX. It is a Motley Crue shirt. I wouldn't say vintage. It does have the Toltex tag on it. So I guess it could be like 2000s probably. But it doesn't have the printed label itself. Usually that's a dead giveaway. If you see a band shirt and it's got the printed label on the fabric, then it's a reproduction or it's a newer one. So I usually steer clear of those. But if it has some sort of tag on it, I'll pick it up. And Motley Crue shirts. I looked, there's not a lot available. I think there were like 100 and some, and something like 40 had sold. So the sell-through is good. I'll probably get 15, 20 bucks out of it. Not a huge profit. This is a pink tag from the smaller store. So 50% off. $5 is what they had it listed as. It's a pair of 550 38 by 34s. Decent size. Not the best, but it's okay. But for $2.50, it was a pretty good deal. These are NYDJ, or Not Your Daughter's jeans. These are size 12. They're in good shape. I do pretty well with these. The sell-through on them is around 20%, so they're decent. But stuff like that, if it's 15 to 20% sell-through, and I get it at the purple tag deal for $1, I'll pick it up. Because at that point, it's kind of a volume game. If it's closer to 10% sell-through or less, then I just won't touch it because it's probably just going to sit. But the idea is, you know, at $1, if I'm getting stuff around 15% sell-through, you're going to sell through 15% in 90 days. You've got a 60% chance that that item's going to sell within a year, according to the math. So for me, at $1, if it sells within a year and I make, I don't know, 12 to 15 bucks off of it, that's okay by me. I'm fine with that. It kind of bulks up the inventory. A lot of these dollar items that I get are not going to be huge winners. The stuff does get picked through pretty well throughout the week for the 50% off deals. But it'll work. Even if it sits for a little while, I'm okay with it because eventually it usually does sell. So these are a pair of Levi's. Obviously at $1 a piece, these Levi's are a no-brainer to pick up. These are 511s. They're size 27 by 27. So they're a little bit small, but they should be okay. Levi's are usually pretty good. And I got a bunch of them today. Here's another pair that came from the smaller thrift store. They were the $4.99 half off, so they were $2.50. This is a pair of 501s. This is a 35 by 30, just a little bit more unusual, but still kind of in that range of good sizing. I'd say anywhere from 30 to 36 by maybe 29 to 34 is kind of the hot range for jeans for men's. Let's see. This is a thermal Henley. I did look these up. I'd never seen one of these before. It's a nice heavy duty thermal shirt. They go for like 15 to 20 bucks. This was purple tag, so it was only $1. Never seen a pair of these before. I do pick up silver, especially when it's on sale on the purple tag. Usually I'll pay up to like $4 or $5 for silver if they're in good shape. But this is the silver Suki, and these are the Joga jeans. I've never seen them. They were in the men's section, but I'd have to believe they are women's. But I don't know. It says 32 by 31, so I mean it's listed as a men's size. But they're like stretchy jean legging yoga pant kind of pants. But I looked up the sell-through on these Jogas, and they're pretty high sell-through, like 40% or something. And they sell for like 25, 30 bucks. So pretty good. This one, another one I wish was in my size. But I got a couple of these last year, and these sold through pretty quick. I'd imagine, I didn't even look up the sell-through. It's a purple tag, so it's $1. But it's a Nike tee, Lions NFC North. That's my team. So if it was in my size, that would have been awesome. But it wasn't. Haven't found one in my size yet. But that should be good. These are MBX. Men's jeans, they do okay. They're like another one that's like a 20-25% sell-through rate. This size 32, very popular size, so these should sell really quick. They go for like 20 bucks. Here's one that was a purple tag. I don't know if it was a good pickup. It's brand new with the tags. It was only $1. It's paisley and gray. I always pass on paisley and gray, but it's a double XL. It's a nice, almost like Hawaiian style floral print. And I mean, the tag on it says, what is it, $69.99. I'm not sure if that's what it's worth. I haven't checked the sell-through, so we'll find out. I'll update you later if that sells. Here is another pair of Levi's. These were purple tag as well. These are the 514. Good size, 36 by 34. Pretty popular size. Those should sell through pretty quick. And they are in great condition. Here's a pretty interesting piece. Rockaware, which Rockaware sells through pretty well depending on what it is. Some of the more plain stuff does not. But something like this, I think I can get like $30 to $40 for. This is, first it's green, so there's a little bit of a uniqueness to it already. But then the designs on the back pockets should help. I guess we'll see. I only have a couple pieces of Rockaware. I don't find it often, so we'll see how that one goes. And yet another pair of Levi's. These are 514. They're 38 by 32s. They were also purple tag, so they were only $1. Great deal. I'll take those all day long. Kenzie jeans. These are kind of like a mid-tier brand. I do okay with them. I don't find a ton of them. I probably have like 5 or 6 pairs in my store. And I've sold a few, which these ones are a little rougher. But they should be okay. They look decent. So yeah, Kenzie, decent brand. I don't know if I would pay more than $1 or $2 for them. But I'll pick them up when they're $1. This was another item that I was just at not an even increment of 5 items. So I had to find one more item real quick while I was at the checkout. And I saw this. I had no idea. I've heard of Ryan Seacrest. He's like a announcer, like a, I don't know, television guy. But this is the Ryan Seacrest Distinction Collection. It's just a plain white button-up dress shirt. And it does look like they sell through pretty well. Not crazy, but like 15 to 20%. So hopefully it'll sell. They go for like 15 to 20 bucks. It was $1. And another pair of Levi's. These are shorts. I just sold a pair almost identical to these. Bigger size though. I guess I didn't even look at the size. This is 10 Husky. So this must be kid size, which I'm not too excited about, but it is a nice pair of khaki cargo shorts, so they probably should still sell. I just feel like kid stuff always sells for a little bit less than what the adult stuff is, so I try not to pick up kid stuff. Here is a pair of Levi's 311 Shaping Skinny. These were purple tag, so they were only $1. They're in good shape. These sell for me. I mean, people will probably say stay away from, you know, the signature line or these 311s or even the Denizens, just because they got, I guess, outsourced to a different manufacturing plant and they're sold through different retailers, so the value, I guess, goes down on them. But again, if I can get them for $1, they sell for like $13 to $16, and they sell through fairly well. I saw a lot of Levi's stuff, even that stuff. It seems like an even mix between the Levi's signature and, you know, like the 500 series or anything else. So I still keep picking them up, and we're not even in season. So we'll see how it goes through the season. If something changes, then you know, I might switch up the method and stop sourcing it as much. I thought these were really nice. I have quite a few pair of Vigos Studio. Sell-through is decent on them. They do sell. These were purple tags, so they were $1. But the back, just the back. I've never seen one with the tab like that, with the label, and then you know, the stitching, the kind of heavier stitching looks real nice. They're in excellent shape. They're boot cut and wide leg. Definitely sells better than, you know, any other style jean right now. So if something's boot cut, there's even more reason to grab it. This is White House Black Market for $1. Another one of those kind of mid-tier jeans that will just, they sell pretty well. They're not anything too special. You get 15 to 20 bucks for them, but getting it for $1, it always makes sense. And that is the end of the haul. So I got, I don't know, I think I got like 45 pieces, so not a ton. Usually on Fridays I will come back with 100 plus pieces, but again, I got chopped in half. I just have so much going on today. I couldn't go to all 4 of them. But like I said, I'd like to take you guys along with me when I go out and do the thrifting and looking through stuff, and if I find anything exciting, that way I'll have it documented, be a little bit more fun for you. But for now, this is kind of going to be it until I can get some equipment to make it make sense out there. But yeah, let me know how I did in the comments. Let me know if you see anything that maybe was a bad pickup, or you know, if I should keep going on the same route. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you next time.